Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be from the Disney Villains collection called Fortune Teller Fiasco, brought to you by Autumn Publishing. When Jafar visits a fortune teller, he believes he will soon become rich and powerful. But things don't always go to plan, especially for the scheming Jafar. Let's get into it. Jafar and his parrot Iago were shopping in Agrabah's bazaar. "Do you see what I see?" Jafar asked his bird. "Lunch," Iago said, eyeing a table of ripe red apples. "Better," Jafar said. "It's Farah, the fortune teller. Farah sees the future in her crystal ball. She can tell you exactly what will happen in your life. I must get my future read, Iago." "Welcome, Jafar," Farah said. "Welcome, Iago." "Hold it right there," Iago squawked. "How do you know our names?" "My crystal ball knows all," Farah said. "It's magical." "We've come to hear our fortunes," Jafar told Farah. The crystal ball glowed brightly. "How interesting," Farah said. "What do you see?" Jafar asked. Farah looked deep into her crystal ball. Jafar's eyes widened with curiosity. "Soon Iago will have lunch of his dreams," Farah announced. "Did you say lunch?" Iago piped up. "It's about time." "Forget lunch," Jafar said impatiently. "What about my future?" The crystal ball glowed again. "Wow," Farah said. "That's new." "What is it?" Jafar asked eagerly. "Like you've always wished, Jafar. Fame and attention will befall you, and so will—" "Fortune?" interrupted Jafar. "I always knew I'd have fame and fortune. I'm going to be rich, rich, rich!" Jafar began to crackle, drowning out the rest of Farah's fortune telling. This was what he'd been waiting for. Jafar looked at his snake staff and at Iago. The wheels began to turn in his head. "I need that magic crystal ball for myself," Jafar whispered to Iago. "I need to know exactly how I'll be getting all of these wonderful riches." "Oh boy," said Iago. "Please tell me you don't have an evil plan, Jafar." "I have an evil plan," said Jafar. "Course you do," Iago sighed. Jafar held up his snake staff. Its eyes glowed red, hypnotizing Farah. "You will give me your crystal ball," Jafar ordered Farah. "Give you crystal ball," Farah repeated Jafar's command, seemingly in a daze. Farah picked up her glowing crystal ball off the table. Jafar smiled wide. She handed the ball to Jafar. But before he could take it, the crystal ball bounced out of his grip. "The ball has a mind of its own," Jafar said. The ball rolled off, disappearing into the surrounding crowd. "Find that crystal ball, Iago," Jafar cried. "I'd rather find my dream lunch," Iago said, but he did as he was ordered and flew after it, above the mob. "It went that way," Iago called down to Jafar. Jafar wove through tables and ducked under a camel. "I see it," Jafar panted. "Over there by that monkey." He dived for the crystal ball. "I've got it! Oops!" The ball rolled out of reach and Jafar crashed into the monkey instead. "Fog bog mern!" Jafar shouted. "Oh boy," Iago said. "Jafar has officially gone nuts." Jafar spat out a mouthful of monkey fur. "I said that ball is mine." Jafar chased the ball through the sand dunes and caves back into the bazaar. The place was so crowded that the ball had to slow to a stop. "I've got you now," Jafar said gleefully. He lunged for the ball once more, but it bounced up high. "Not again," Jafar groaned as he crashed into the table stacked with apples. Hundreds of apples rained down, burying Jafar and Iago. "I'm drowning in fruit," Jafar shrieked. The bazaar filled with laughter. Jafar will be famous for this, a woman said. Help me, Iago, Jafar ordered. But Iago was too busy eating his way through the apples. Farah's right, he squawked. This is the lunch of my dreams. Jafar was tripping over apples, struggling to get on his feet when he saw Farah standing in front of him. Suddenly Jafar heard a loud crack from under a pile of apples. My snake staff! If Jafar's staff was broken, then Farah, the fortune teller, was no longer hypnotised. Jafar fought his way out of the pile. Farah was standing above him. Where's the fame and fortune you promised me? Jafar demanded. Look around. You have plenty of fame, Farah said with a laugh, but I never said you'd have fortune. In fact, you didn't let me finish telling you what I saw. What? Jafar stuttered. Farah cleared her throat. As you've always wished, Jafar, fame and attention will be for you, and so will hundreds of apples. All of the people in the bazaar laughed at Jafar, while Iago continued to feast on his best lunch ever. And that was a story called Fortune Teller Fiasco, based on Jafar from Disney's Aladdin. Like, share, subscribe and support the channel however you can. If you've got any characters that you'd like to hear a story of, write them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you real soon.